Hello everyone, welcome to Gravity Cloud. This is Bindu and going to explore math with you. Math. Math is everywhere and math is full of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, numbers and expressions, right? So this math is full of calculations and lot more to explore in it. And in this class, let's have some fun with the math, right? I hope you are ready to have fun with me. So let's look at fun with math. So this is Ritu. And what is Ritu thinking? Ritu is thinking, how can I multiply bigger numbers faster? You all know how to multiply numbers. But how can we multiply them faster? Let's look at it. Okay? So yeah. First, multiplication of bigger even numbers by 5. So how to multiply with 5 easily, right? Before moving into this, you all know multiplication by 10 is very simple. Suppose I have 35. If I multiply it with 10, it's just 350, right? You just put a 0. Suppose 1, 5, 4, 3, 9, 6. We have some number and you're multiplying with 10. That means you'll just put 0 at the end. 1, 5, 4, 3, 9, 6, 0. Isn't it simple? Yes. Even multiplication of 5 is also as simple as it. Let's look how. So, how is it so simple? It's so simple for even numbers and how? The thing is, you divide the full number with 2 first and then multiply by 10. How? So the number we have here, before moving into bigger number, let's look at a smaller number. So 234 into 5. So I want to do 234 into 5. This is an even number. First, let's find the division of 2 here. So 234 by 2. So 2 becomes 1, 3, so it becomes 1. And 1 gone, 14. So this is 7. 117 and just put 0. Just put 0. So the answer is 1170. Right? Isn't it interesting? Do for one more number now. 256 into 5. Again, how will we do this? So 1, 4. So you'll go with 2 and 16 is 8. 1280. That's it. Am I clear? So, multiplication with 5 means the number is divided with 2 and just 0 is kept at the end in one's place. So, let's do this for a bigger number just in 5 seconds. So, without wasting time, let's start. We'll multiply with 5 in 5 seconds. So, start. So, for 2 it becomes 1, 1, 2, 2, 0 comes as it is, 6 becomes 3, 5. So you are dividing with 2 and 1 gone, 18 is 9, right? So for 4 on division with 2 becomes 2, 3, 3, 8 becomes 4, 1, 4 becomes 2, 0 as it is and 6 comes as 3. And now we are just putting 0. So, on multiplying this, we get 1122292334120330. Such a big number with 5 seconds multiplication. So, we'll do few more sums of this kind in this session. So, let's look into one more question now. Multiplication of bigger even number by 5. So these are the two numbers. Let's solve them now. Right. So the number is 29306. Right. 29306. Stopwatch on for 5 seconds. So let's divide with 2 first. 1, 4, 6, 5, 3. Right. How did I do it so fast? Let's do that also. So how did I do so fast? 29306. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Clear. Now 9, I cannot divide 9, I can divide 8. So 8 by 2 is 4. So 1 comes here. 13, right? 13 is not possible, but I can divide 12. So 6. And again 1 is gone. So 10, 5. And 6 is 3. So 1, 4, 6, 5, 3, right? So the answer for this number multiplication is 1, 4, 6, 5, 3. Am I done? No, we need to put 0. 1, 4, 6, 5, 3, 0. Right? Let's solve the next bit now. So 5, 4, 5, 9, 8, 6 into 5. So again, first divide it with 2. On division 5 by 2, we get 2. So 1 carried. 1, 4, 14. So 7. 5 again. So 2 2s 4 and 1 carried. 19. 19 cannot be divided by 2. So we'll divide 18 and write 9. And again 18. So 9. 3. And now since we are multiplying with 5, so after dividing with 2, we need to put 0. That is, we are multiplying with 10. So the answer is 2729930. Clear? So I hope you enjoyed have to multiply numbers by 5, even numbers by 5. Even this process can be done for odd numbers, but there on dividing with 2, we will get decimal first. Okay? So there it may not be so useful, but for long even numbers, this is very easy trick. Now, let's look how to multiply by 11. How to multiply bigger numbers by 11. Okay. First, let's do for 2-digit numbers. Multiplication of 2-digit numbers by 11. So, 29 into 11. So, when you are multiplying by 11, what exactly happens? So, normal multiplication shows 29 into 11. So, 9 into 1, 9 into 2. Again 9 into 1, 9 into 2. So 9, 11, 3, 3, 1, 9. The same technique is used without writing all this. How? Whatever the digit is. Now the digit is 29. So whatever the digit in ones place comes in the ones place first. Now in the tens place, what will come? So we get 2 plus 9. What is 2 plus 9? 2 plus 9 is 11. So 1 and 1 is carried. Then tens place into 11. That is 2. So 2 plus 1, 3. Right? So let us do for one more number. 54 into 11. So this is going to be a 3-digit number where first place is 4. Ones place is always the ones place of the digit. 4 as it is. Coming to the tens place, 5 plus 4, which is 9. And then hundreds place is the number 5. So 594. Let's solve for one more number. So let us take 66 into 11. How to solve this? Again, 3 digits. So ones digit is always the ones digit. 6. Coming to the next place. 6 plus 6, 12. We cannot write 12. So 2 and 1 is carried up. And the hundreds place actually is 6. But we have plus 1. So we'll write 7. 726. Clear? So multiplication of 11 is with, for 2-digit numbers, we get 3 digits as the solution. And ones place is the ones place as it is. Right? Let's solve few more questions. 47 into 11. 47 into 11 is again a 3-digit number. 1, 2, 3. How will we do this? The ones place is 7. So ones place is fixed as 7. What is in tens place? 4 plus 7. What is 4 plus 7? 11. So 1 comes, 1 is carried. And what is in tens place actually? 4. So plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. So 517 is the solution. Clear? One more question. 63 into 11. 3-digit number. So ones place is 3. So the ones place should be 3. What about the tens place? 6 plus 3 is 9. So 9 in the tens place. And what is the hundreds place? The tens place of the digit is 6. So 6 into 1 is 6. So 693 is the answer. So I hope you understood how to multiply 2-digit numbers with 11 easily. Now let's look at how to multiply 3-digit numbers with 11. Multiplication of 3-digit numbers. This also follows the similar pattern as 2-digit numbers. Let's see. We have 294. Now on multiplication we get 4-digit numbers. Clear? And what are these 4-digit numbers going to be? We'll see now. Always the ones place will be the ones place of the number. This is fixed for 11. So this is going to be 4. No change in this. Now tens place is again the same pattern is followed. 9 plus 4. And what is 9 plus 4? 13. So 3 here, 1 carried. Next, hundreds place is 2 plus 9. 2 plus 9 is 11. And we already have 1. So this becomes 12. So 2 here and 1 here. Right. And then coming to the thousands place, 2. What is the last digit? 2. And we already have 1. So 2 plus 1, 3. So the solution is 3, 2, 3, 4. Clear? This is how you will multiply for 3-digit numbers also. So to get more clarity, let's solve one more question. You see, I did not do any calculation, but I got the answer easily. Right? Now let's do for the 693 into 11. 693 into 11. Again we get 4 digits. First digit is going to be the ones place. So it is 3. Now, what is tens place? Good, you might have guessed already. It is 9 plus 3, 12. So 2 here and 1 carried. Then, what is the hundreds place? 6 plus 9. 6 plus 9 is 15 and I already have 1. So this is going to be 16. So 6 and 1. Now, the thousands place is the 6 plus 1, 7. So 7, 6, 2, 3. Looking at how to multiply 2-digit numbers and how to multiply 3-digit numbers, I hope you got the pattern to how to multiply big numbers, even 10-digit numbers by 11. It's the same pattern that we follow. Right? Now it's a task for you. Try to multiply 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2 by 11. Guess the pattern and try to multiply it with 11. And we can interact about it in our weekend session. So let's move to the next question now. Next, we will explore 3-digit numbers by 11 some more. Okay? So these are also your practice questions. So 524 into 11. I'll do one for you and one more for you as a homework. So 524 as 11, as we have done till now. How many digits will we get? 4 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is the ones place going to be? The ones place of the number, that is 4. So 4. And what is the tens place going to be? Sum of the digits, 2 and 4, 6. What about the hundreds place? It's sum of 5 and 2, 7. And then, what about the thousands place? It is just the biggest number 5. I mean, the number in hundreds place, which is 5. Clear? So, 5, 7, 6, 4. Try to solve 105 into 11 as your homework. Okay? Yeah. 29 into 21. So, how will we multiply such numbers? So, multiplying by 11 and multiplying by 5 are done. Now, we have random numbers and how are we going to multiply them easily? Let's look into that now. So, here we have 29 and 21 and it's quite easy. So, 9 into 1. Let's look at ones places first. 9 into 1. That is 9. So 0, 9. We'll put it as 0, 9. And we have 2 and 2. Whatever number you have, add 1 to it. So 3. 3 into 2 is 6. So this is going to be 6 not 9. Clear? Let's look at one more example. 63 into 67. What are the ones places here? The ones places are 3 and 7. And multiply 3 and 7. We get 7 3s 21. So 7 3s 21. And then 6 and 6. Instead of 6, we'll add 1 and it becomes 7. And then what are we doing? We are multiplying 6 and 7. 6 7s 42. So the answer is 4221. Clear? This is 4221. And this is how we do. Just have a look at it once. Let's solve few more problems of this kind now. Find the product of 69 into 61. Again, 9 into 1 is 9 and we have 0, 9. Always remember, if it is a single digit number we get in product, we put 0 also. So this is going to be 0, 9, right? And what about 6 and 6? As I already told, when you have 6, take 7. 6 7s 42. So 4209 is the multiplication product. Clear? One more question. 7 into 3, 21. 7, so you have to take it as 8. 7 into 8 is 56. So 5621 is the multiplication product. Without doing all the calculations, I am getting the answer so easily. Let us solve one more question. 42 into 48. What is going to be the solution of this number? One's digits are 2 and 8 and we know 8 2s is 16. So this is going to be 16. I have 4, so what should we take? 5. Now 5 into 4, 20. So 2016 is the solution. So this is going to be a simple and useful trick for you to solve your math quickly. Let's look into the next slide now. Again, Ritu is here. And what is Ritu's doubt now? Wow, this is very simple. Okay, so she's happy with the methods we have given her. But can I use multiplication for any numbers? This trick which we use now, can it be used for any two-digit number multiplication? No, this cannot be used for all. There are certain conditions where we can use this. Let's look into those conditions now. Okay, so the first condition is rule 1. Numbers in tens place must be same. If you have observed, all the numbers given are 27 into 23, 61 into 69, 54 into 57. If you see, in all the cases, the tens place digits are same. 6, 6, 5, 5. So that is one of the important condition. This condition is satisfied, then rule 1 is satisfied. And is this enough? No. There is rule 2. And what is rule 2? Sum of digits in units place must be equal to 10. Is that happening? What is the number? 61 into 69. We had this number. So yes, tens place is satisfied. What about the ones place? In ones place we have 1 and 9. And 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. So yes, if this is satisfied, we can use the trick we have already used. Okay, so let's check for what numbers we can use it and for what numbers we should not use this trick. So 54 into 55. So yes or no, can I use the trick we have used till now? Tens place we have same, but what about 4 plus 5? 4 plus 5 is 9. It's not equal to 10. So no, I cannot use the trick in this case. Let's go for the one more number. What about 46 into 44. Well, in ones place, in tens place we have 4 and 4. Yes, first rule is satisfied. What about rule 2? 6 plus 4 is 10. So here you can use the trick, and what will we get the solution as? 6 4s are 24. Again you have 4, so 5 into 4. 5 4s 20. So 2024 is the product. Yes, I hope you got the trick and the rule when we can use the trick. Yes? So hoping that you had fun in this. Now I have few more questions to solve. 54 into 56. So first of all check, can we solve here using the trick or not? How will we check? Tens place is same, rule 1 satisfied. What is rule 2? Rule 2 is sum of ones place should be equal to 10. 4 plus 6, is it equal to 10? Yes, it is equal to 10. So we can use the trick, and on using trick, 4 into 6 is 24. So 24, we have 5 into 5. So this is, we'll make it as 6. 6 into 5, 30. So 3024 is the product. Next question. Tens place are 1. 8 plus 2 is 10. So rule 1, rule 2 satisfied. So we can use the trick here. So 1 plus 1, so 1 into 1 and 18 into 2. So 8 into 2 is 16. And then what should we do? We have 1 into 1. So we'll do 2 into 1, which is 2. So 216 is the solution. And this is how we can use math and play with it. There are several tricks, and these are the tricks that I have given you in this session. Right? Before concluding this session, let's learn few facts on math, that is on geometry. Okay? So yeah, he is John, and John is very happy knowing the tricks, and he wants to explore math more. I hope even you want to explore math more. So I'll conclude this session by saying 2 more facts to you. So the fact 1, what are these? We have circle, triangle, rectangle. We also have square, trapezium, different shapes. Okay? We have different shapes. And the fact of the day is that among all shapes with the same perimeter, what does perimeter mean? Perimeter is the outline, the measure of outline, the length of this outline, or we can also say sum of all the sides. We can also say sum of all sides. So for suppose perimeter is same for all the 3 shapes, then the largest area is by the circle. The largest area is always by the circle. That is what the fact. So if all shapes are of same perimeter, largest area is by the circle. Then what if all are of same area? If all are of same area, then shortest perimeter is to the circle. Its perimeter is shortest. If all are of equal area, then the perimeter of circle is shortest. Right? So these are the 2 facts. You can try these 2 by taking different perimeters and different areas for different shapes. You can try it as an activity at home and come up with different innovative answers that you got in the interactive sessions. Clear? So one last interesting fact on 0. On 0. What is that about 0? 0 is very special to us. Like this is invented by Indians. So 0 has no value if it is on the left. 0 has a value if it is on the right. 0 is very special. It is neither prime nor composite. Several things to it. And there is one more specialty of 0. That is 0 is the only number that cannot be represented using Roman numerals. We represent all the numbers using Roman numerals. Even if it is 100, we write it as C, right? If it is 10, we write it as x. And for all the numbers, even million, trillions, we represent it using Roman numerals. But 0 is the only number that cannot be represented using Roman numerals. Yes, so I hope you enjoyed all these facts, and with this, I'll be concluding today's session. Thank you. Stay tuned.
Hello everyone, welcome back to chemistry class at Gravity Cloud. Let's continue our journey of chapter of synthetic fibers. Now in the last class we had gone through the understanding of what are synthetic fibers and how different synthetic fibers are made, right? And also we had understood that synthetic fibers are basically the unit of polymers, or they are made of polymers, right? And polymers are made up of monomers. So all these basics we had understood in the last class, and also we had gone through the basic idea about the nylon, that what is nylon and how do we use the nylon, right? We'll do one thing in this class. We start with understanding the preparation of nylon, that how do we prepare it. Then we will further move and understand the different type of synthetic fibers which are available to us, right? So let's see how the nylon is basically prepared. Basically what happens, nylon is what? Nylon is a kind of synthetic fiber, right? And the nylon synthetic fiber is made up of two different type of chemicals. What are those chemicals? Those chemicals are hexadiethylamine and adipic acid. Now what did I say? What are those chemicals? Don't worry, I will discuss, right? Basically, nylon is a common name. Just a second. Yes. Nylon is the common name for the group of polyamide based synthetic polymers. So there are two monomers. In the last class we had discussed, that monomers they combine, right? Monomers they combine, or we can say large number of monomers they combine and they give rise to polymers, right? So let's say we have two types of monomers, monomer 1, monomer 2. Monomer is what? It's a unit, it's a combining unit. Monomer is a combining unit, chemical, right? So let's say I have chemical 1 and chemical 2, right? I have chemical 1 and chemical 2. They combine by reaction. And upon the reaction what will happen? They will give rise to another unit which is called polymers, right? Which is called polymer. So what are these chemicals 1 and 2? They are called monomers, right? They are called monomers. So in the case of nylon, what happens? When these two monomers, what are these monomers? They are called hexaethylamine. You can remember these names, okay? It's important to understand, because if you remember these names, you can easily give the answers in the papers. So first monomer is hexaethylamine and second monomer is adipic acid. Basically these two are what? These two are chemicals only, right? These two are only the chemicals. So these two chemicals, that is hexaethylamine and adipic acid, they react when you mix them and you heat. Suppose you put these chemicals in a reactor or a container and you heat them up to the temperature of 290 degrees Celsius, right? You heat them up to the temperature of 290 degrees Celsius. What will happen? A reaction will occur. And these monomers, they will combine together to form the nylon. Which is a polymer. Or we can say which is a synthetic fiber. So very simple. The monomer 1, the monomer 2, that is hexaethylamine and adipic acid, they react with each other under the temperature of 290 degrees Celsius and they give rise to the polymer which is called nylon, and nylon we can call also as synthetic fiber, right? Very simple. So just note it down so that I can then tell you further. Just I give you 10 seconds, note it down. Just note it down in 10 seconds. Yes, yes. So basically the nylon is the common name for the polyamide based synthetic polymers. So when adipic acid and hexaethyldiamine they combined, they formed a new kind of polymer which is basically the polyamide based synthetic polymer, and these polymers are called nylon. Simple, right? So nylon is a silky thermoplastic substance that can be melted into fibers, films and shapes, right? Now when I say thermoplastic, that means if you write the definition, what are thermoplastics? If you write the definition, what are thermoplastics? These are those type of materials that get soft, on heating, right? The materials that gets soft on heating and gets hard on cooling, Simple. The materials that get soft on heating and gets hard on cooling are called thermoplastics. Simple, right? So that's why when you have the nylon, you can do one thing, you can heat the nylon. What will happen? It will become soft. When nylon will become soft, then you can stretch it, or you can just convert it into wires, or you can roll it, right? Or you can convert it into sheet because it is soft now. And then what we will do? Suppose we have the nylon. Suppose I have this block of nylon. Right? I will heat it. Upon heating, it will become soft, right? When you heat it, it becomes soft. Now you can do one thing. You can stretch it and convert into wire. So I will get the nylon wires. Now you can do one thing, you can cool it. When you will cool these nylon wires, they will become hard. Nylon wires. And now we can use these nylon wires. Simple. So this is the property which is very important to convert the nylon material into different objects, right? Or we can say we can convert, or we can use the nylon material in transforming into different objects by thermoplastic property, right? So basically nylon is a silky thermoplastic substance that can be melted into fibers, films and shapes. But the important thing is how the nylon is made, that we have discussed, right? I told you that there are two, hexamethylenediamine and adipic acid. These two monomers, that is hexamethylenediamine, okay, I told you hexaethylene, right? It is hexamethylenediamine. So hexamethylenediamine and adipic acid, these two monomers are there. These two monomers, they react at the temperature of nearly, let's say, 290 degrees Celsius, right? When the temperature is 290, they react, and upon reaction, they give me the nylon. So you see, both the monomers are chemicals which are powdered in form, right? Both the chemicals are powdered in nature. Both are white color powdered. So all you need to do is, you need to just mix them into the reactor, heat the reactor up to temperature of 290, and you will see that the monomers, they reacted and they convert itself into the nylon polymer, right? Simple. So this is how the nylon is prepared. Next type of synthetic fiber which we have to understand is the rayon. Now important thing is that I need to ask you that how do we get the silk? Now every woman in India is fond of silk sari, right? People are fond of silk saris, or the silk is very important product which we get from a kind of worm or insect which is called silkworm. Right? Now back in the earlier days, the silk used to be cheap, but nowadays the silk is very costly. The cost of silk is so high that it is very much expensive, or we can say it is called the gold of the cloth. Right? That means silk is very, very expensive. Not everyone can afford the silk. And if nobody can, or we can say if not everyone can afford the silk, then how can we manage to wear the clothes made up of silk? The answer to the question is rayon. The answer to the question is rayon. Rayon is also called the artificial silk. It is also called artificial silk. Simple. Rayon is also called the artificial silk. How do we prepare the rayon? We prepare the rayon by doing the chemical treatment of wooden pulp. By doing the chemical treatment of wooden pulp. Now what is wooden pulp? What is wooden pulp? Simple. We know the trunk of the tree. Right? The trunk. The big size trunk of the tree. That we need to convert into very, very thin pieces. Thin and small pieces. Right? From those thin and small pieces, we can easily get the wooden pulp. Right? And then we have to treat it chemically to get the rayon. How it happens? We will understand. Don't worry. So, it is also known as artificial silk. It is also known as artificial silk. So, if it is known as artificial silk, that means it will be cheaper than original silk. Anything which is artificial is cheaper than the original material. Do you agree or not? Yes. Anything which is artificial will be cheaper than the original one. For example, the jewelry. The gold jewelry is very much costly, but the artificial jewelry is very cheap. Same is the case with the rayon. The rayon is very cheap because it is the artificial silk, but the actual silk which we think of is very costly. Right? But both the type of silks, that is artificial silk and the original silk, they serve the same purpose, or we can say they have the same function or same use. Right? So both, as it is cheaper than silk and it can be woven like silk fibers, or we can say we can convert the rayon into the thin threads, like we can convert silk into silk threads. Right? Similarly, we can convert rayon into rayon threads. So these threads can be dyed in variety of colors. We can dye these threads in the variety of colors, like you can here. We can have black, green, golden yellow, light yellow, blue, pink, different type of colors of the rayon threads. These are mine rayon threads. Right? We can get the rayon threads very easily. Important thing is that we can mix rayon with different other fibers to get the different type of products. For example, I can mix the rayon with the cotton to make bed sheets. Simple. If anyone asks you, or if any question comes in the exam, that how can we get the good quality bed sheets? Such a simple is the answer. Just mix the rayon with cotton. Mix the rayon with cotton, we get the simple bed sheets. Or if you mix the rayon with wool, we will get the carpets. We will get the very good quality carpets. Right? Basically what is happening here, basically we are mixing one fiber, that is rayon, with another fiber, that is wool here. In this case, we are mixing rayon with the wool. Right? We are mixing two fibers. Whenever two fibers are mixed, it is called blending of fibers. It is called blending of fibers. Whenever two or more than two fibers, they are mixed together, it is called blending of fibers. Right? How does it happen? Why do we do it? Everything we will understand in the coming class. Understood? Similarly, here also, when we mix rayon with cotton, we are doing the blending of fiber. Simple. So, very important, rayon is the artificial silk, but it acts like a silk. And we can use it like we use the silk. Simple. Right? Important is that how do we make the rayon? How do we make it? Now, I told you that we get the rayon from the wooden treatment, or we can say the chemical treatment of wooden pulps. Right? Actually, what happens? The wooden pulp, it contains cellulose. The wooden pulp contains, let me write it, it contains cellulose. So if you see, this is my wooden pulp, right? Or we can say small pieces of wood. What do? You just grind it. When you grind these wooden pieces, it will convert into powder like that, right? Now this powder will contain fine cellulose particles. It contains fine cellulose particles. Simple. Now what we will do, the cellulose obtained from the wooden pulp is treated with sodium hydroxide solution. So I will do one thing. I will take the caustic soda. Caustic soda means sodium hydroxide. Caustic soda is sodium hydroxide. Or we can say the sodium hydroxide is also called caustic soda. Right? So take a container or take a reactor, put sodium hydroxide into it and add these small pieces or this powder form of wood. Right? Then after doing this, add carbon disulfide into it. Which is CS2. Simple. Once we have added the carbon disulfide and then once we added the sodium hydroxide and then carbon disulfide, you will see that the cellulose has dissolved in these chemicals. The cellulose, it is dissolved in these chemicals and it will form a paste which is called viscose. It will form the paste which is called viscous solution. Simple. It will call the paste which is called viscous solution. So cellulose dissolves in the chemicals and forms the syrup which is called viscose. Now we'll do one thing. You'll pass this viscose solution through a splinter. Right? So viscose is passed through a splinter, or we can say spinneret, into H2SO4 solution. Simple. Right? What is spinneret? Basically spinneret is nothing but just a sheet. Understood? Spinneret is actually a sheet with large number of holes on it. So when you will pass this viscous solution through that spinneret sheet, what will happen? This spinneret, it will convert it into the threads. This spinneret, it will convert the viscous solution into threads. And those threads are called rayon threads. Simple. And we can use the rayon threads just like we use the silk thread. Simple. So we get the silk-like threads called rayon. So understood how we can get the rayon from the wooden pulp? First take the wooden pulp, just shred it, crush it, convert it into powder, and then add sodium hydroxide into it. After some time, add carbon disulfide into it. You will see that the cellulose is totally dissolved in these chemicals and it forms a viscose syrup. Then use this viscose syrup and pass it through the spinneret so that the spinneret can convert this viscous solution or liquid part into threads. Right? Then you will dry it and will get the rayon thread out of it. Simple. Understood? If you want to note down, I give you 10 seconds, just note it down. Okay, so this is how the rayon material or rayon synthetic fiber is prepared, and this is all about the rayon synthetic fibers. Next important topic or next important thing which we need to understand is about the why do we combine the fibers. Right? Now in the last few 10 minutes I told you that we can combine rayon with wool to get the carpets, or we can combine rayon with the cotton to get the sheets. Right, bed sheets. How do we do it and why do we do it? All these things you need to understand. So why do we combine the fibers? Just like I told you, the rayon is combined with wool or cotton. Yes, we do it. Similarly, the polyesters. The polyester is another type of synthetic fiber, which we will understand. So the polyester is mixed with cotton and wool. So that means, try to understand one thing, that here rayon is a synthetic fiber and wool and cotton, they are natural fibers. They are natural fibers. Similarly, polyester and rayon, they are synthetic fibers, and we are combining synthetic fibers with the natural fibers, right? Important is why to do, and if we do it, how to do, right? So how do we combine these fibers? There is a technique called blending. So blending is a technique which is very important to combine two or more than two fibers with each other. You take one fiber, you take another fiber, just mix them, right? Just mix them properly and you get the combination of these two fibers. Understood? For example, we have the rayon. So you take the rayon, you melt it. We have woolen, you take the woolen and just melt it and then combine them, right? When you combine them, what will happen? They will give you a different type of material. That different type of material is very helpful. Now, by saying this, I will tell you the answer that why do we combine the fibers. So combining of the fibers, it gives the quality of one fiber with the other, right? It combines the qualities of one fiber with the other. So if I combine rayon with the wool, the final synthetic fiber or the final product which we get will have the properties of both rayon and wool. And if I combine rayon with cotton, the final product will have both the properties of rayon as well as cotton, right? So when you do the blending of fibers, the blending means both the qualities, or we can say the qualities of both the fibers will come up with that single product. Simple, right? So it reduces the limitations of both fibers. For example, one fiber is very weak and one fiber is very strong. So when you combine them, what will happen? The weaker fiber will become more strong, right? And the strong fiber, it will become more better. Simple. How do we do it? That is more important to understand, right? This point, that it reduces the limitations of both fibers, this is very important to understand, because when you will understand this thing, then you will get the clarity that why do we do the combination of fibers. Understood? So let's see. Let me take an example. For example, we wear the clothes, right? We wear the cotton clothes. But in the case of cotton clothes, the point is they are very comfortable to wear, but they get wrinkled very easily. When you wear cotton clothes, they get wrinkled very easily. You will find lot of comfort in wearing those clothes, but that wrinkle problem, it is very there, right? So the cotton clothes are comfortable to wear, but they get wrinkled easily. But when it comes to the polyester is totally wrinkle-free fiber. The polyester is totally wrinkle-free synthetic fiber, and cotton is natural fiber. So what I will do the blending of these two fibers. I will do the blending of polyester with cotton. The final fiber or the final product which I will get will be very comfortable to wear, right? And also it will be wrinkle free, because we are adding the polyester into cotton, and the final product will have the properties of both fibers, right? So the final cloth which you will wear will be wrinkle free and will also be comfortable to wear. Simple, right? So combining the two fibers will result in wrinkle free and comfortable fabric. Also, cotton shrinks on washing, but polyester doesn't. The cotton, it shrinks on washing, but the polyester, it do not shrink. So when you mix them, the final cloth will not shrink much. It will shrink a bit, but not much. That means the cotton's limitations, the limitations to use the cotton is reduced. Cotton is wrinkled cloth, we reduced it by adding the polyester. Cotton shrinks on washing, we reduced it by adding the polyester. Right? Simple. So that is the reason why do we combine the fibers with each other. If you want to note it down, I give you 10 seconds, just note it down. Yes. Now important thing is that why the concentration of natural fiber in blending should be more and the concentration of synthetic fiber should be less. That is important to understand. Right? The question is why natural fibers are mixed more in amount in the blending of fibers. So basically see, all the synthetic fibers, they contain chemicals and we have to wear these fibers. When I say rayon, you wear the cloths of rayon. When I say polyester, we wear the cloths of polyester, right? And all these contains chemicals. And these clothes, they are in touch with our body. They are in touch with our skin. So in some manners, they can harm our skin, right? So to avoid that harmful effect of these fibers, we keep the natural fiber concentration more and keep the synthetic fiber concentration less. Because natural fibers we get from nature, right? They do not contain any chemicals. But synthetic fibers, we make them by ourselves, artificially. That means they contain chemicals, right? So the more the percentage of natural fibers in blending of fibers, more it will be comfortable to skin because it will not harm our skin. And natural fibers, they are free from any kind of skin irritating chemicals. That is the reason why the natural fibers in blending is more as compared to the concentration of artificial or synthetic fibers. Right? I hope you understand. Next topic will be acrylic. So we'll do one thing. We'll start with the topic of acrylic, we can say the synthetic fiber in the next class. And I hope you understood the concept very well today. See you in the next class. Stay tuned for the chapter. That's it for today. Thank you.